Politics. I am Paul Gable. I'm here with my good friend and co-host, yawning John Bond Sr.
Today I'm his good friend.
And today we are hosting Jamie Burton and Bobby Headline, and they're with veterans groups, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back.
Before you begin, what are you looking like that for?
Go ahead.
Relax, take it easy. We're just beginning. I just wanted to let you know that we have in the audience with us Bishop Jin, and we also have Joe Williams and Charlie Soto. They all joined us today to see what we're going to be presenting, a very informative show that we have for them today. So carry on, Paul.
That's what's important. You
Okay.
have a live audience today.
A
Right?
live audience today.
Usually we don't have that.
You don't need
but
the
however,
applause machine.
because of y'all, they came to pay homage to you.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
that is very
Okay,
nice.
Paul, I got through with that BS. Go ahead.
Well, thank you. Bobby, I guess we'll start with you. Tell us about your military and then how you got started with forging forward.
Well, I was in the Army. I did 14 years total. I did Desert Storm. Got out for 10 years after Desert Storm. After 9/11, I felt the need to go back in. So I went back to basic training. Did 3 more tours to Iraq. Yeah, once you're out so long, I was out for 10 years, you got to go back to basic training and start from
Gotcha.
scratch again pretty much.
Did you keep any rank at all, or did you start back again?
But again, from the beginning, because I got an E4. You know, it was only
I
3
Was that
years.
the Army?
That's the Army.
Okay.
So when I go back in, you start from the beginning back to basic, but you have time and grade or time and service. So all you need is time and grade, 6 months, and you go to the next to get promoted.
Gotcha.
So it didn't take long to get promoted back up to where I was. On my 4th deployment, I was hit by a roadside bomb. 2007, just north of Baghdad in Iraq. After that, going through my injuries, I was burned over 38% of my body. I was the only survivor out of a Humvee that got attacked by an IED. And that first year was really hard. I didn't know how to deal with everything. I felt like a burden to my family. I had survival skill. So I pray to God every night just to take me. I'm useless. It'd be easier for everybody if I wasn't here.
I hear you.
After I got that first year, I got through it, I was doing better. I started seeing those little things we take for granted every day. I started to appreciate those. Watching my children grow up, just going to have beer and pizza and going to the beach. These little things that we have in front of us every day, the things we're blessed to have that we take for granted, I was realizing how important these things were. And so I knew, okay, if I'm here just to raise my children, then I'm here for a great reason. If I'm here to make sure those other 4 men are remembered forever and never forgotten, then that's why I'm here, and I got to keep going. I got to keep living my life to the fullest. So I've been doing that for 12 years now, and I use my sense of humor through it. And I use giving back. My new mission of, when you serve, you want to give. You want to help somebody else out. That's what we do. It's a service. So I figured out how to do that today too, through sharing my story and being an example and trying to help others get to the same place I am through that dark side. And to use my sense of humor, I got talked into a stand-up comedy.
Okay. Well, we have a normal stand-up comedian here, although he doesn't try to be, and that's John.
That's you, not
But-
me.
He was trying to be a
always
comedian,
throws
he just
it
wasn't
to me,
trying to
but-
stand up.
Paul, why do you always throw things to me when it's what's you?
Go
Talk
ahead.
to him. I'm not the comedian. He is. And you didn't mention her yet.
Yeah, thank you. And now you go around. You said you have stand-up comedy. You go around speaking,
Yes.
and that kind of comes to you.
Yes.
See how nicely I had that set up?
That's called a segue.
I had to show him the way. Segue is right.
Yeah.
That's
So,
right.
Jamie, your Bravo 748 is a
Yes.
speakers bureau. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
Bravo 748 is a military and combat speakers bureau. Back in 2003, right before 2003, my son was in the Kentucky National Guard and he got deployed to Germany with Operation Enduring Freedom. And before he was deployed, he was in college to be a pilot. And then when he came home, he asked me if I would borrow the money. He wanted to go ahead and become a pilot. He didn't want to go to school. So we did that. On November the 20th, 2003, as he He was the co-pilot. The pilot and a passenger in the plane were going up. At the end of the runway, the plane died. And when the plane died, they tried to bank it into a field.
You mean it lost power?
It lost power,
Uh-huh.
yeah, at the end of the runway. And so they tried to bank into a field, and when they did, the plane was so heavy, is what I was told, that it came down quicker than what the pilot expected, hit the top of a tree, and turned upside down and killed them all.
Killed them all?
Killed them all.
Your
So,
son too?
My son, too.
Oh, wow.
So he was 24. He was a National Guardsman. He was a volunteer firefighter. He loved children. He loved elderly
my.
people. He was just one of these kids that was just on their way up.
Yeah.
So he was my only son, and so you can imagine the devastation that I
Oh,
felt
yeah.
and have felt for a long time.
Oh, sure.
But I made a promise that day that I was going to do something. I didn't know what I was going to do, but I was going to make his legacy continue. So fast forward 12 years, I was the CEO of a community mental health center in Kentucky, and I always had a conference every year for my staff, and we were celebrating our 50th anniversary, so I was going to make it fun. I found Bobby on the internet. He loves for me to say that. He was on Greatest Generations on the internet, and it usually talked about elderly people and talked about their lives and their service. And at the end of his, it said he's alive and well, and he's a comedian and lives in San Antonio, Texas.
Because normally they're John's age, you know.
Yeah.
They're not my age.
I got you.
Yeah, right. I got you.
Look, I don't mean to cut you off, but we have to go to a break. We'll come back and continue.
Absolutely.
We'll be back in a moment.
Striving for excellence is what we all do. After 10,000 hours of practice and preparation, we become experts at our crafts. Our skills become a manifestation of our talents, and our service becomes sought after.
We are the professionals, taking care of the details. The Professionals, mobile detailing and car cleaning specialist. Taking pride in what we do, so you can take pride in what we do for you.
Hey man, I'm on my way to the finest place for everyone to play, where the drinks are cool and the sun is hot, and the Myrtle's Inlet's Marsh Walk.
Enjoy spectacular waterfront dining and live music with breathtaking saltwater marsh views at the Murrells Inlet Marsh Walk. Marsh Walk, where the view, the music, and the fun are always free. Marsh Walk, Highway 17 Business, Waterfront, Murrells Inlet.
My name is Angelo Antonucci, and I'd like to welcome you to my restaurant. I've been in Myrtle Beach now for over 30 years, and we are the home of the greatest steaks in the universe. Here at Angelo's, we have a fantastic Italian buffet with your favorite pastas served with meatballs and sausage and delicious gourmet pizzas. But where we really shine is our entrees like our Scampi Traditional, Alfredo or Lemon Romano served over linguine, our French pork chops with garlic mashed potatoes, and our twin fillets featuring our signature Marsala sauce. It's a great place to enjoy with family and friends, so stop by and see us at our new location at the corner of 24th Avenue South and South Kings Highway. Don't just take my word for it. Come in and try Angelo's, home of the greatest steaks in the universe.
Here at Angelo's.
Well, welcome back. We're at our studios at 605C North Kings Highway in Myrtle Beach. And we have Bobby Henline and Jamie Burton. They're talking to us about some veterans programs and how they help veterans and what have you. And Jamie, you were in the middle. So we'll go back to you.
Okay, so found Bobby on the internet. I actually contacted him and asked him if he would come and do a comedy show at my event, and he said he would. And his first question, or my first question to him is, what do you charge? And he said, well, just whatever you want to pay me. And I said, that's the wrong answer.
That's not how you do business. You get a professional fee, you do this for nonprofits. I'm like, I just want to serve, I want to help.
Right. So I brought him in, and he very nicely, as we continued our friendship, took me to a couple of other veterans events. And in speaking with the veterans that were speaking at the event, I found out that many of them, while they have wonderful stories, weren't getting paid for their speaking. And I was already helping another veteran with his career. So I asked Bobby if I could help him. And so I started helping him, and then we decided to create Bravo 748. So my son's name was Brian, which is why it's Bravo. 748 was on the tail of the plane that went down.
Oh.
7 was mine and my son Brian's lucky number. 4 is for me 24 when he died, and after he died, I picked the Bible up 2 weeks after he died because I had to find out why. I finished reading the Bible in June of 2004. I found out why my son died, but I also found out that 8 is infinity in the Bible, and God will love us infinitively. So Bravo 748 has a lot of meaning to me. So when I say that, I am giving homage to my son.
Well, that's so nice. It's so nice. Well, you're a comedian, huh? So
I try.
what is your favorite joke?
Yeah,
Or do you don't have any? It's a spur of the moment.
No, that's mostly making fun of fire and burns, making fun of myself in that situation. A self-deprecating, kind of like Rodney Dangerfield type.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
You don't get no respect, is what
I don't.
But
Well,
you're not looking for any.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not looking for a hand. Well, I am looking for
What
a
is
hand.
your- what is your-
Nice for a left hand if you have one.
Okay,
Great.
I got you. So you're a lefty. Well, is there one particular? I know we have this story, and it's only a half hour, and you have so much to say, and I'm just cutting in with nonsense. But people out there are probably interested in you as a comedian, and maybe you can give them a joke or two, and they're going to be delighted for the rest of the day. Do you have one?
Yes.
You want to
I
talk
have
about
one.
Paul or something?
No, I want
or-
to talk about someday we're all going to die. Someday we're all not going to be here.
Okay.
And I'm very cheap, especially
You are?
being a veteran. You know,
okay.
retired military, you don't make a lot of money.
active duty military, you don't make a lot of money.
Exactly. Retired, it's even less. And that's why, I expect a discount on my cremation.
There you go.
Very good.
There you go.
That's right on target.
right
That's
there.
very, very good. But again, going back, Paul, if I may, I'm so interested in
Go ahead.
what Jamie had to say, the plane crash and losing the power and what have you, and your son. You have this mission, and you're the chairman of the Speakers Bureau. Is that right?
Yes,
So how do you get your message out? Like, I know we found you here, and that's a plus for us.
right.
But how now do you get your message out to other places where you can instill in them maybe a desire to help you in your endeavor?
We do a lot of social media. So we're on Facebook. I have a website, which is bravo748.com. I've got about 25 military and veteran combat speakers out there. So I've got anything from comedians, as Bobby.
Wow.
I've got some singers. I have some bands. I've got some very significant high military Black Hawk
Personnel.
Down. Yeah, personnel in there. Black Hawk Down. I have a general there
Leadership.
talking about leadership. So I got a
Where
lot
are you
of
headquartered out of?
Myrtle Beach, actually.
You're right here?
I'm right here.
It's
Yes.
it's national, but you're
It's national.
headquartered-
Well, she decided to get out of Kentucky, and he decided to get out of Texas, and they
Well,
both
but he's in
came
North
from
Carolina now.
Yeah, he's in North.
He-
Well, he's almost here.
Yeah.
Much better in
And-
Texas.
But however, the story that you're telling, how if people are interested in contacting you
Yes.
and finding out more about you and your mission, how do they go about doing that?
They can give me a call about Bravo at 606
So you can get it.
875-5808, or they can contact us through the website. There's a contact page out there.
Okay. Well, maybe Paul has a column that he puts out, and it's read by a lot of people in South Carolina. So maybe Paul, it was inspired by your story. Maybe he could give you a little publicity on that.
That would be great.
Hey,
I'm talking on your behalf, Paul.
And Bobby, you do speaking for her bureau,
Yes.
or
Yes.
maybe just
Right, yeah.
stand-up comedy, I don't know.
Whether it's comedy speaking, I do both, and Jamie handles all that stuff for me, because I get overwhelmed with paperwork, and that's what the beginning part of it was. I get stressed out with
Have
all
you
that.
decided how much you want to get paid, or you just leave it up to the person or the organization? Like you come to me with my group.
It is, it's dissipated, it's a
I can do
nonprofit.
anything I want.
It was a nonprofit, we'll negotiate, we'll talk
How
about
about giving you a meal, period?
it. More than that $5 that the kids just got, he gave in for,
Well,
he's not, he's the word.
He's like, boy, he had to give Grandpa a present. So I always take good care of him. He's gone through a heck of a lot physically and so forth. But anyway, continue on with what you're saying. It's very interesting and very compelling story you have to tell.
Yeah, and to help Bravo 748, we get a lot of stuff, people writing us, they don't have the funds for it, right? ROTC classes, small churches, and small towns need inspiration, but they don't have money to pay these big speakers. So what we do is some of our speakers will knock down their price, or they'll take an honorarium, and that's what we started. Forging Forward is one of the things we do with Forging Forward. The nonprofit I started is going to help supplement that income, or maybe pay for airfare to get them there. We're going to help so we can get speakers from other places that can't necessarily afford them.
And the whole idea is you're getting veteran speakers.
Yes.
Speakers who are veterans, let me put it
Yeah.
that way. To go out and share their story, and also really how important the military is.
How important they got great leadership, and they got experiences that we happen all over in life. I mean, you got military sexual trauma, you got PTSD, you got leadership. It's stuff the whole world needs. And these young men and women have been through so much, and they've gotten through it. And if they could share how they got through it with the world, it could help somebody else that might be going through the same stuff.
Does your organization look for funds?
Yes.
You
We
get
do.
funding?
We do through
Now, what do you do
Forging
with the funds
Forward.
you get?
Yeah, Forging Forward Foundation looks for the funds. So what we do with I'm going to let you explain what Forging Forward is.
So with Forging Forward, over the 12 years that I've gone through it, I've learned how to heal and get through stuff. It was through a lot of outlets. Whether it's comedy writing, I write poetry, I write songs, I like to paint. It's occupying ourselves, it could be golfing, it could be good boating, different things like that, welding, forging. So what we're going to do is we're going to take veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families on retreats, 3 or 4 days, small groups, and they'll learn how to do this stuff together. Give them an outlet they can take home with them, an introduction to welding. Because now people have time to go, I should take a welding class, they don't have money for that. Turns out they don't like it or whatever. They get introduced to it, and if they like it, then they can go into it more. We want to introduce them to stuff.
Wow, that's sensational. That's really good.
This is a good
That's a
topic.
worthy cause to contribute.
We gotta take another break,
I'm
John.
asking, where do we send the funds? What are you doing that?
Well, let's go back. We'll go back and start. Yes, and that's why we're going to the beginning of the third shift. We'll be back in a moment.
All right, go ahead. Bye.
Located at 1300 Highway 544 near Coastal Carolina University, Soho 544 is an area's favorite for sushi, hibachi, American and Asian fusion cuisine. Soho 544 also offers daily happy hour special for only $5, as well as some of the lowest beer and liquor prices along the Grand Strand. So don't wait, come and join us. Soho 544 also caters to large parties and special events.
My name is Angelo Antonucci, and I'd like to welcome you to my restaurant. I've been in Myrtle Beach now for over 30 years, and we are the home of the greatest steaks in the universe. Here at Angelo's, we have a fantastic Italian buffet with your favorite pastas served with meatballs and sausage and delicious gourmet pizzas. But where we really shine is our entrees like our scampi traditional, Alfredo or lemon romano served over linguine, our French pork chops with garlic mashed potatoes, and our twin fillets featuring our signature marsala sauce. It's a great place to enjoy with family and friends, so stop by and see us at our new location at the corner of 24th Avenue South and South Kings Highway. Don't just take my word for it. Come in and try Angelo's, home of the greatest steaks in the universe.
Here at Angelo's.
Well, welcome back. We were in the midst of John asking Bobby about where to send money to for Forging Forward and what have you, so we'll let you go.
Yeah, so with Forging Forward, forgingforward.org. If you want to go there, check out the website, see where to donate and all that good stuff. But some of the stuff we're doing with money, Not some of the stuff, I mean all of it. But we do the outlets. We dream on these outlets, and it's all basically suicide prevention. If they have these outlets to turn to in a dark time, it'll help them get through it. And another thing we're doing with it is remembrance tags. There's veterans that you hear about it all the time, 22 a day. They're killing themselves. We have over 200 of those names of veterans that have died by suicide.
Wow.
So we're taking their names and then putting them on dog tags. One dog tag says remembrance of the person's name, the rank, the branch, and then just a dash of their life. There's no dates on it. We want to remember their life. It says never forgotten. On the other dog tag, it'll say forging forward and what's strong with you. Because you can take your strengths to help build your weaknesses. We're too busy going, oh, this is wrong with me, that's wrong with me, I need help. Focus on your strengths to help rebuild those weaknesses. And so that's why we ask you, what's strong with you? So that says it on the other dog tag. And if you ever wore dog tags or seen them, you'll know.
Three of us here have done that, yes.
You got the big chain, the little chain. And the big chain holds that dog tag close to your heart, and the little chain holds it a little bit lower. So that would be the forging forward, and the big chain close to your heart will be the person's name. And I have an oath that goes with these dog
And
tags.
the lower one is your soul.
Yes.
That's your soul. Your soul comes from here.
Are your dog tags notched?
No.
Okay, good.
It's not old school notch dog tags.
Do you have anything to
You're not going to give anybody a Michael Strahan smile.
Exactly.
Do you have anything to add to this?
To that, Bobby has an oath, and so whenever we go to a military event, we take at least 2 dog tags with us, and we try to get to an event a little bit early so that we can talk to the veterans that are there. And we usually pick out 2 people that we think would benefit from the tags, and we ask them if they'll come up to the front at some point during his presentation, and they take the oath, and we give them those tags to live not only for themselves,
Well,
but
you
in
have
honor of that
Joey
person as
Williams
well.
here in the audience. Maybe you can talk to him after the program. And I'm sure that he would help you. And also Bishop Jin, who is an Archbishop from New York and Queens. He's down here for relaxation and so forth. If you talk to them, I'm sure they can help you in some way. But that's the important thing. That's networking. That's meeting people and connecting and going the next step. It's just, I'm so chagrined over the fact that in speaking to you, you got major networks that carry your story, and you say, no, you're not interested at this point in time. Well, we got to let them get interested, because your program, what you're doing here, your mission, is going to uplift. And he says here, what's strong with you? And that's the message that we want to give. Everybody is weak in some capacity. He's weak in some capacity. He has to get strong with it. I'm weak as well.
Hard to believe. Are you involved at all with the, are you familiar with the Veterans Resource Center, the Welcome Home and Resource Center that's here?
Not only here, locally.
No? Okay. It's up off of Highway 57, between 90 and 9. And you ought to go up there when you get a chance. I knew the guy that founded it, but he's retired now, and I don't know who's in charge of it anymore. But what they do was they welcome home veterans. You know, when they arrive at the airport, that kind of thing, and they have them where they've had motorcycle escorts the whole way and what have you. And they also provide resources for, getting 214s and all that kind of thing, as well as maybe referrals. You guys might be able to.
About DD 214, if people don't know, that's the military record. You bring out these forms and so forth, but you don't explain yourself. You've got to remember, people are looking here on this program. So you spill out these things, they don't know what you're talking about. So you are.
Maybe I'll inspire them to go to the internet and find out.
Google.
DD 214.
There you go.
So, you know, we're getting close to ending the program. It's gone by so quickly that we didn't really get everything that we wanted to get in on this program.
But let's let them finish it for us.
Okay, great.
Bobby will give you tell us quickly what you would like to be remembered out there or move forward. Deb, you do the same thing.
Well, I want everybody to go to forgingforward.org. Check it out. See what we're doing. If you like what you're doing, help us out. Help one of the veterans. Veterans, if you're looking for help, it's okay to ask for help. Call us.
And I would like for everybody to go to bravo748.com if you're looking for an entertainer or a wonderful speaker for your event. Just about any topic, we have, like I said, speakers available. It's bravo748.com. Love to work with anybody. get a speaker out there.
But there's public service announcements you could put out. Maybe you could work something out with our producer here, Jay. He's a wonderful guy, Jay. He's one of the best producers that we have in Orange County. That's my testimony about him. So if you have something, and maybe Jay can help you. If there's a cost involved, we can pick it up always. We have some organizations, veteran groups and so forth that would promote it and go forward. Because what you have to say is very stimulating and very important. I mean, if a person is weak and he just doesn't see any necessity of living anymore, you come along and show him that's not the way. You got to be strong. And you give him a message of hope. You give him a message of inspiration. And also, I guess there is a portion where you ask for good Lord to help him as well, like you did to praying. Wow, that's a some story.
Do you ever have any events right here along the Grand Street?
We haven't yet. Our organization just started, I believe, in June of this year. So the nonprofit piece of it did. So we are just now organizing our first event in Florida in March.
Where are you going in Florida? If I can ask.
It's a weird small town.
Yes.
We're going to teach veterans out there.
There's a lot of those in Florida.
Yes. It's in a little swamp, a small area.
Gotcha.
But we're teaching veterans how to forge knives out of railroad spikes.
Okay.
And then they'll go on fishing the next day and actually get to use it.
How-
Again, this is for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families.
Yeah, well, that's
We would love to partner up with someone here in the local area and do a fundraiser for our organization, and we partner up with them to do a fundraiser for theirs as well. So, you know, we are looking through Forging Forward to partner up with people, because as Bobby has learned, it's not just one organization that gets someone through. It is a collection of organizations that get someone through. So we want to team up with people.
There's going to be lots of Christmas parties and gatherings and so forth in the coming weeks. So actually, you could make a pitch that if they're looking for someone,
Yes.
that you're available. And I know one, I'm going to ask them if they would hire you and you come and have Bobby be the stand-up comedian. That would be good.
That would be great.
That would be good. And so I'll help you in that fashion. Paul, what are you looking at me like that for?
well.
Are you going to compliment me finally?
Well, yeah,
Are you gonna
I
compliment
really
me?
think I am, John.
Oh, okay.
They're talking about not only veterans, but first responders and Gold Star mothers or families.
Yeah.
You have that connection with the community law enforcement thing.
They were there.
Yeah, we were here.
Oh, you've already had them.
Oh, yeah. They were,
Okay, good, good.
They were there. I'm going to try and get them to go.
Oh, so you're ahead of me.
Well, I guess.
How does it feel to be ahead of me for the first time in your life?
Would you give me a
It wasn't
rating?
born.
He's going to take it off in a second.
Yeah, this,
I belong to 8 different organizations in Horry and Georgetown County. So I'm sure that one of the organizations that will have the funds to hire you to come forward. Now, as I just asked Bobby how much he's going to charge me, he was very nice. He said $5, so you can't go wrong with that, can you, Paul?
no, you can't.
It's $5 just to
But
say
you
my
got,
name.
you got to remember something too. And he's a comedian, and he was just kidding. Anyway, that's all the time we have. We would thank you both for coming, and hopefully we can help you out along the way. And we'll be back next week.
Hey man, I'm on my way to the finest place for everyone to play, where the drinks are cool and the sun is hot, at the Myrtle's Inlet Marsh Walk.
Enjoy spectacular waterfront dining and live music with breathtaking saltwater marsh views at the Myrtle's Inlet Marsh Walk. Marsh Walk, where the view, the music, and the fun are always free. Marsh Walk, Highway 17 Business, Waterfront, Myrtle's Inlet.
My name is Angelo Antonucci, and I'd like to welcome you to my restaurant. I've been in Myrtle Beach now for over 30 years, and we are the home of the greatest steaks in the universe. Here at Angelo's, we have a fantastic Italian buffet with your favorite pastas served with meatballs and sausage and delicious gourmet pizzas. But where we really shine is our entrees like our scampi traditional, Alfredo or lemon romano served over linguine, our French pork chops with garlic mashed potatoes, and our twin fillets featuring our signature marsala sauce. It's a great place to enjoy with family and friends, so stop by and see us at our new location at the corner of 24th Avenue South and South Kings Highway. Don't just take my word for it. Come in and try Angelo's, home of the greatest steaks in the universe.
Here at Angelo's.